trying a new lighting setup. Here's a weekly vlog. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell down here in the corner. That way you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. We got every Tuesday, we got our training vlog coming out about lunchtime, and then on Friday we have a training talk or a technique demonstration that comes out as well. And those are to help you either not get hurt in the weight room, not get hurt while you're running, or improve your running biomechanics or lifting mechanics. As well as the training talks where we kind of get into the nitty-gritty of training philosophy and exercise physiology and what we're trying to target with specific workouts. So it's definitely it's a video for the folks that want to understand the hows and the whys of what we're doing, not just, oh, the training plan says to go do 5 miles today, okay, because I want you to be informed. Because the more informed you are and the more you understand what it is you're doing, the less likely you are to get hurt and the more likely you are to be successful. So anyway, so we took Monday off. We were just still not feeling super great after the tail end of last week. And so we did, Tuesday we went out, got some easy miles in, and it was beautiful weather out, felt great. I was moving right along, went up, going along the Greenway, and stepped on a gumball, rolled my ankle again. And after running on it for about 30 seconds or so, I stopped, kind of stretched out, massaged it a little bit, and it felt okay coming home. And then when I got home, I actually managed to do some post-run body weight workouts, did some squats, push-ups, Superman, some core work, that kind of stuff. Kind of starting to fold that stuff back into the normal routine. And Wednesday morning we went out and we did some threshold work. We met up with the guys at 5, got warmed up, did a couple striders, and then we did 2 2-mile threshold bits, and then we did another 1 mile on the tail end of that. So it was a total of about 5 miles of threshold. Tell you what, I'll just show you the Strava details. Here's the data from Wednesday, warming up, striders, the whole shebang. The first 2 miles we did on the road around the stadium, and it ended up being like 0.8-ish, I think, around. So we did 2 complete laps and a little extra to get the first one in, and then finished up here. And then the second one, we ended up going up the sidewalk and up the hill. So we got a little bit of elevation gain on the second 2-mile bit, which I think helped a little bit. So obviously the pace is going to slow down a tad going uphill, but the heart rate was in the right area. I'm not quite sure what was going on here. I'm pretty sure my heart rate wasn't at 210 when I was getting started. But finishing up, we did it on the road mostly because I rolled my ankle again, and so I was really trying to stay off the track with the hard left-hand turns because that was seeming to aggravate it some more. So I convinced the guys to do it on the road, on the sidewalk, and then the last one we did on the track, but I did it backwards. I went clockwise, and I'm pretty sure my watch was being goofy because it told me that I hit a mile marker starting on the line, right, running backwards. It told me we hit a mile about 10 seconds before the line instead of roughly 10 seconds after the line where it should be. So yeah, my watch is just reading goofy. But we went through 1600 at 5:35. And I opened up a little bit on the tail end, just finishing on a strong note. It felt good, felt controlled. A little bit afterwards when we were cooling down, I noticed my ankle and foot a little bit, probably got a little greedy, but it felt good while I was doing it, and I'm just as guilty as anyone else. But all in all, it was a good workout. After that, Thursday we came back around, we did a recovery run the next day. We just got out, foam rolled, icy hot before going. I think I still wore the calf sleeves like I did on Wednesday, just trying to keep that calf under control. But yeah, so we got a total of about 8 miles in. We ran out to the elementary school, did a couple laps around the loop, and then came home. And then Saturday, or I'm skipping Friday here. That was Friday. And then Saturday, went out to the park for practice, and we didn't have a ton of people out there, so some people got started, and someone else showed up late, and I was getting them going, giving them their workout, and checking their mechanics on drills, that kind of thing. And once I got started, I went out and hit the trail. And the guys who were running on the trail, like my normal easy pace on the trail, would catch them eventually. And sure enough, at about 2.5 miles, kind of in that same section of trail, I always roll my ankle. I rolled my ankle. And it hurt a lot. So I ended up cutting the run short and kind of, after walking for a few minutes and kind of stretching out and poking at it, making sure I wasn't like seriously injured, I, jogged it on back to the pavilion to catch people as they were kind of coming by, hit the bathroom, get a drink, finishing up whatever, doing my job. And by the time I got home, it was really stiff. I did ice it as soon as I got home, which obviously is going to make it stiffer. But I don't know what is going on, but I've rolled my ankles so many damn times in the last 6 months, and it's the same one. It always gets rolled the same direction, and I'm fairly certain that like my ankle is just fundamentally unstable at this point, because like it was a little stiff for the rest of that day. I actually took ibuprofen. I don't normally take some vitamin I. I can't remember the last time I did. Honestly, sometime last winter maybe. But anyway, I took some thinking like I'd really mangled it, and so I wanted to get swelling under control so I could poke at it and kind of check it out. And so it didn't. The swelling went away pretty quick between icing it and the ibuprofen, but it was really stiff for the rest of the day, like stiff enough that I was kind of limping just walking. But then Sunday morning I woke up and it was fine. It wasn't stiff really at all. It didn't hurt. So yeah, I don't know if I'm just recovering from acute injuries quicker now, because of good sleep and nutrition and all that kind of stuff, or if the ibuprofen just made it get better faster. I don't know. I went out and got an easy 4 miles, just went down to the loop, run on the grass. I ran the last mile on the track, again, running clockwise, so I wouldn't be twisting that ankle towards the left, even though it, like, for some odd reason, when my foot is planting, if I'm turning left, so I'm stretching the inside, the medial side of my ankle, that's when I really feel it. And even though it's the outside of my calf that is theoretically getting mangled every time I roll it, because my foot rolls in, but it doesn't hurt really when I run clockwise around the track. So I hopped on the track and did a little bit on the track and opened up for about 1,200 meters or so at about 6-minute pace. Not super fast, but just fast enough to kind of see how I felt. And it felt okay. I was a little aware of it by the end, but it wasn't bad. So despite rolling my ankle twice last week, we still managed to get about a little more than 4 hours in, grand total of 33.2 miles. So all in all, I'm not going to complain. I think it was good, all things considering. I think I need to like actually potentially get my foot checked out though, because there's obviously some kind of like fundamental instability in my ankle at this point, because it doesn't really hurt. It just is certain in a certain plane of motion. It just goes there, like it doesn't stop like it should. And I don't know if it's a ligament issue or if it's a tendon muscle issue. It's not the ankle I mangled so badly several years ago that the doctor told me I would have been better off if I'd broken it. So, but I don't know if the repeated trauma of all these slight sprains in the last 6 months has just fundamentally made my ankle really unstable. So we're starting to address that in the weight room, kind of doing some ankle strengthening stuff dedicated for that. It's been a while since I've done some, and I finally am doing that. In terms of race plans, we're registered for a race. We're going to the Run for the Ranch on December 28th in Springfield, Missouri, and we are going to do the half marathon there. As much as it'd be fun to do like the 1 mile there, because they're doing a 1 mile race for the first time with some pretty fast folks going for state records. I'm not sure that's the best idea given the ankle mangling. But I can go run the half marathon. I don't think I'm going to try to go out and crush it, but we'll probably use it as a good, long, hard run. We got a couple runners going up there running the half marathon as well from Oklahoma. I think some of the Louisiana guys are going to go up there, potentially run the relay. Maybe a couple of them run the mile. Who knows? But I think we're going to have a good team powwow hangout up in Springfield, Missouri in December. It's going to be fun. So that's where we're at. We got new race, week's last worth of training. We rolled our ankle twice, but we're addressing it in the gym now. We're treating it, doing the physical therapy stuff we need to. And yeah, that's where we're at. So until next time, train smart.